60 minutes of new music, unsigned bands, and artist spotlights. This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clarke. Q1043.
This is Jonathan Clarke, and we're sitting with the man who sang that song, Chris Cornell, and here we are at Irving Plaza, which is now called the Fillmore, New York, at Irving Plaza, which is...
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to say that, but I still consider it Irving Plaza. Absolutely one of the best rock singers, period. Chris Cornell, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks very much. I don't know if I've played here. I think I've played here several times, but I don't know.
Irving Plaza, yeah, it's been here a while.
I played New York a lot of times. And it kind of, like, sometimes they're playing the songs we were just doing in Soundcheck. We did Loud Love and Soundcheck, and it was reminding me, like, of old shows I played here. Sometimes it's like the song triggers the memory.
Right, yeah.
But do you think I have, like a discernible, recognizable speaking voice? Because I don't think I really do. Like a George C. Scott, you know it's him. When he was alive. It's like, yeah, hi, it's me, I'm George C. Scott.
Well, no, yeah, actually, when you sing, you wouldn't think that your voice sounds like that.
Yeah, because I've always thought that too. Like I remember when Jeff Buckley called my management office years ago, and the girls at the management office, he left a message on the answer machine, and they just kept playing it back over and over and over and over to listen to his speaking voice. And like all these girls singing, oh my God, I can't believe the sound of his voice. He did have like a really
unbelievable
sexy speaking voice. And,
oh, did he really?
It sounded like of course that guy, that his speaking voice is like that. Of course he's going to sing like that.
Unbelievable. Well, the late, great Jeff Buckley, we should say, right? Yeah. That song is one of the seminal classics from Soundgarden to myself and many, many Soundgarden fans, too. Chris, tell me your impression when you first heard Johnny Cash was going to record Rusty Cage, or recorded it and you heard it. What was your reaction?
Well, the first one, I heard that he had actually done it, which was one record later than I think Rick Rubin wanted him to do it. Because Rick Rubin called me or emailed me or did something.
He did an audio slave record with you, too, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He wanted me to do an arrangement for Johnny Cash of that song, meaning kind of redo it, do like a demo, only a version that Johnny Cash could sing,
right?
Which I wasn't able to do. I sat with the guitar and messed around with it, and I just thought it's not possible.
I was going to say that
didn't make any sense at all to me, and I don't even remember what it was I was trying to do, but I was being really stupid. I know that. Because when I heard Johnny Cash's version, it's very simple. You just go, no, 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 no. And he sings that, you wired me awake and hit me with a hand of broken, and that's
Make sure you're wearing
black,
of course.
Version. Yeah. Exactly. And, of course, I was really blown away because, I was 9 years old when my brother brought home Live at San Quentin.
Yeah.
And you were like a kid in Seattle growing up and listening to Live at San Quentin. If somebody told me, someday you're going to write a song and that guy's going to sing your song, it's just it's not even a dream come true, because I would never have been so stupid to have a dream like that. And I wasn't raised to have stupid dreams, so it was incredible. That aspect of it, also just the weight that he kind of lent to the lyrics, because that taught me a lot about the fact that people were talking about how great those lyrics were after they heard his version, not after they heard mine, which had been out for like 4 years. And I realized, when he sings a song, people listen. And he's barely even singing. It has nothing to even do with what's going on technically. It has to do with the emotion and the authority and the experience, the life experience behind what he was doing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
On a lot of levels, that was like a big thing for me.
So Soundgarden disbands in 1997. You put out Euphoria Morning in 1999, and then Audioslave comes out with like 3 really successful albums over the next few years. Chris, you did this great song from last year's Bond film, Casino Royale, called You Know My Name, and this will be on your forthcoming solo album coming out June 5th called Carry On.
Yeah.
This is not the first time you've had songs in films, but talk about how you managed to get to what few bands or artists have been able to do, the theme song for a Bond film. You're up there with like Shirley Bassey and Paul McCartney and, dare I say, Duran Duran.
You forgot
right, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do anything. I just answered the phone. Somebody said, hey, these guys were talking about having you do the Bond theme. And I think, the people that I work with, I don't think they necessarily know what my response is going to be to something cultural, and that's actually a strange one, because if it were, for example, like the Pierce Brosnan type of Bond film, I wouldn't have done it. And So the call kind of came through cautiously, like, what would you think about, just kind of feeling out the environment of how I might be into it. And I thought they were making some kind of mistake because of the Madonna had done the one before that. Okay, I'm not the next step from Madonna. and so I was curious, like, is this a mistake, or did someone else back out that they... And it turned out, no, they're changing gears. With this Bond thing. They don't even want to do it anymore unless they do something really different and special with it and make it, something more important and expressive. And and they were saying it like I wouldn't know who it is. So some British actor, Daniel Craig, is doing it, but I guess he's really good. Well, I knew who he was because I've seen a lot of British indie films that he's been in.
Right.
And even like bigger films. He's had small roles that I remembered. And I had just seen the Layer Cake not long before this, probably a year before this, and so I imagined him as that guy and thought this could be, if they do it right, if they sort of do what I think they want to do, which is veer toward modern British indie cinema, this will be fantastic. And so I ran with my wife to see a rough edit. They were allowed to show me a rough edit, which then I knew they're serious if they're going to show me anything because they weren't done filming. And as soon as I saw like the first 3 minutes of it, I was leaning over telling her I got to be the guy that does the song.
Was the first 3 minutes like the opening sequence of that chase scene?
It's the opening sequence of the movie, actually. It's where he kills two people, one guy in a bathroom and drowns him in a toilet. and I just thought, this is going to... I knew just from then that, being an outsider outside the production, I knew people were going to think it's fantastic. People are going to love the movie. They're going to throw roses at this guy's feet. It's going to completely revitalize this old character, which I think is really cool, and I want to be the guy that's writing and singing that song. Then I wanted to know, like, what's the movie called? Because if it's like Thunderball or
Goldfinger
or Gold, those songs write themselves.
Right,
and they told me it's Casino Royale, which meant... I have to make something up because I can't write a song called Casino Royale for anybody for any reason. And wrote a song. Worked with. I met David Arnold, who is the composer of the score for the last 4 Bond films and a bunch of other big and small movies. And he decided to work with him on it so that we could make some music that would sort of reflect in the rest of the score. And I wrote kind of the initial version of the song, demoed it, played it for him. He liked it. He changed the chorus melody and some chords, and actually then I wrote the lyrics, went over the lyrics with him, and neither of us really liked my sort of chorus hook title, and he actually came up with the "You Know My Name" part as we were sitting kind of throwing up things that rhymed with AIM, and that was it. Then we played all the instruments, with the exception of a studio drummer that we brought in. It was all done in London. Only time I've ever recorded on a production where I was the only American, and it's all just British guys, which, being a huge Beatles fan, I thought that was really exciting.
Yeah.
Because they have a different way of working, and I like the way that they work, and they just seem to make things sound good.
So you like the movie, number one?
Love the movie. I really like the song. Once I was finished with Carry On, I worked with Steve Lillywhite, the producer, on all of this record, except for that one song.
Right.
So when our record was finished and I was ready to put out Carry On, I wasn't sure I wanted the Bond song on it because it's such a different thing. But once I heard it all together, I think it fits great. I wrote the song in the middle of writing all the other songs, and
well, it's interesting. The one that I play on the radio is heavier guitars, and the one that's in the movie and now on the DVD, much more strings. That's kind of interesting.
Well, there's the one that I use as the backdrop for the video, and the one that's being played on the radio, is a version mixed by Dave Sardi, and the one that's in the movie was actually just mixed only for the film,
right,
to sync up with the film. So that's very different, and I don't like that much as the one that's being played on the radio. But the more that I watch it with the title credits, now that the DVD's out, I actually play it and watch it.
That's got to be cool, man. Your song is opening a Bond movie. I mean, and ending it. Actually, I think it's at the end too, right? Something like that, or the music is, or something. But
and the actual video, the music video is on the DVD that you get when you buy it. So it's amazing. It's the same as kind of the Johnny Cash thing. Being a kid.